Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Thursday, May 2nd. Well, quite an amazing weather pattern across the nation considering it's early May. Very nice weather here in the northeastern part of the country with chilly nighttime conditions, but sunny afternoons and pleasant temperatures right through the upcoming weekend. However, out in the middle of the country, they are suffering from more bitter cold for this time of the year and accumulating snow. Of course, several inches of snow fell throughout Colorado and Wyoming yesterday, causing all kinds of problems on the roads. And accumulating snow this morning extends all the way up into Minnesota and Wisconsin across Iowa. Very unusual to have such a wide area impacted by such extreme cold for this time of the year and accumulating snow. Let's start off by taking a look at the 24-hour temperature change map from the Penn State eWall site. And all these blues and purples, these negative numbers here, represent a big drop in temperatures over the last 24 hours, and it extends all the way down into Texas. Some 30 degrees cooler in spots right here, for example. 30 degrees cooler this morning compared to yesterday morning. They will have near record or record cold temperatures all the way down in the heart of Texas overnight tonight. And again, right now, accumulating snow in Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, this whole region right in here. Yesterday, accumulating snow fell throughout Colorado and Wyoming. Quite unusual for this time of the year. Notice also here in the east, not much change here from yesterday morning. Normally you have a significant drop in temperatures in one part of the country. You kind of have a compensating area of rise in temperatures, perhaps ahead of a cold front, but that hasn't happened in this particular scenario. We have temperatures that are just the same this morning as they were yesterday morning, and in some cases even a little bit cooler in the east compared to yesterday morning at this time. Well, just how cold is this air mass out there in the middle part of the country for the early part of May? Well, it is very cold indeed. In fact, these are showing near record or record low temperatures over a wide area. This particular map is from coolweather.com, and the blacks represent record lows. The other colors represent near record lows, perhaps within a degree or two. So it certainly is very far below normal for this time of the year. Record cold in some cases. Overnight tonight, I expect some record cold all the way down into the heart of Texas here. And not only in the middle part of the country, but notice up here in Alaska, there's some near record cold temperatures. And even here in the mid-Atlantic region, a couple of areas came in with near record low, excuse me, or actual record low temperature for the past 24 hours. Well, yet another way to look at how widespread of an area is being impacted by this cold and snow is through NOAA's weather warning map. These are all winter storm watches and warnings across Iowa and Wisconsin and Minnesota. Again, this is early May. We're talking about this. All this is freeze warnings, freeze watches all the way down in the deep south. And again, this whole area is experiencing near record or record low temperatures. I expect there'll be some records set overnight in Texas. And it's not exactly warm and humid here in the east. Again, there was a couple of areas that had near record low temperatures right here in the mid-Atlantic region with perfect radiational cooling type of atmosphere. Dry, totally clear, and calm conditions last night. Well, before we take a look at a couple of forecast maps, let's look at the latest GOES visible satellite loop for the northeastern part of the country. This is from the Penn State eWall site. Notice a bunch of low clouds here have rolled in off the ocean. There's a northeast flow of air, an ocean flow of air right now in D.C., and that has just brought in some low clouds that'll take several hours to dissipate. It looks like it'll be a mostly cloudy morning across D.C. Perfectly clear, though, north of the Mason-Dixon line from southeastern Pennsylvania across New Jersey and into New York City. This is going to be staying south of the Mason-Dixon line over the next few hours, and will keep D.C. region in the clouds for the next several hours. Well, let's take a look at a couple of forecast maps. This is for this evening from last night's Zero-Z GFS model run. One thing I want to point out here, there's some substantial rainfall across Florida today and tonight and into tomorrow. We'll see in a moment. I'll show the total accumulated rainfall over the next 48 hours, or actually over the next 3 days, as predicted by NOAA, because it's quite substantial, not only across Florida, but in this region as well. Yesterday we talked about an omega block and that indeed has slowed weather systems down. High pressure controls the northeastern part of the country. We're kind of stuck here with nice weather in the mid-Atlantic region, but in this part of the country, all the way kind of a banana-shaped region here from the upper Midwest across Florida, they're stuck under a deep upper-level trough and substantial rainfall, and in some cases, of course, accumulating snow over the next couple of days. And here's the forecast map for tomorrow morning, Friday morning. That upper-level low just kind of sits and spins. Substantial rainfall, not only in the parts of the Midwest, but again, continuing across Florida. Kind of a little rogue low develops here near Florida. It'll have to be watched. It's maybe a subtropical type of system, but it'll enhance the precipitation, and several inches of rain will fall across the Florida peninsula over the next couple of days. But that banana-shaped area of substantial rainfall will extend all the way up into the upper part of the Midwest. In fact, here is the predicted rainfall accumulation over the next 3 days from NOAA. And just look at this area all the way from Florida up across the northern plains, upper part of the Midwest. Some of these areas getting 3-4 inches of rain over the next few days, as again an omega block is set up. High pressure dominates in the northeastern quadrant, but a strong upper level low dominates here in the middle part of the country, and kind of a rogue subtropical type low is setting up over Florida, enhancing the precipitation there. So a banana shaped area of substantial rainfall and precipitation over the next few days. That's it for now for the SIWeather.com. I'm the SI meteorologist, Paul Dorian.